sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The DOJ said it held these records from an initial release in December in order to review and redact sensitive information. But some lawmakers and survivors are criticizing the delay, and they say that the latest release is not enough. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche defended the release, saying the Justice Department's investigation is over.
It's not about President Trump. It's about a ton of people, multiple people that were, quote, in the Epstein files. And what I think folks will see when they review the materials we released is that there have been hundreds of calls made to the FBI where allegations are made by either anonymous individuals or people who are very quickly determined to not be credible, whether it's the nature of what they're saying or the fact they won't provide any information or corroboration. And that's part of the Epstein files.
All right, let's bring in CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman. A lot of names. What was most fascinating to me, Katrina, about this latest release are the number of people who on the record, ranging from Howard Lutnick to Elon Musk, who in questions asked by reporters and others said that they had absolutely nothing to do with Epstein, especially after he was convicted in 2008, when in fact that these files show that many years after he was a convicted sex offender, these folks were still reaching out to him in some various capacity.
Yeah, that's right, Vlad. I mean, with Elon Musk, he said that he refused to go to the island. And then in these new files, it came out, I think it was an email that said, what day or night will be the wildest party on your island? To Jeffrey Epstein. Howard Lutnick apparently went there with his family and then also had lunch with Elon Musk. Also, filmmaker Brett Ratner, who just made that new documentary about Melania Trump.
Lunch with Elon Musk or lunch with Epstein?
Lunch with Epstein.
Yeah.
Lutnick had lunch with Epstein. But Brett Ratner also was in a picture with
Bill
Epstein
Gates,
and two women.
Bill Clinton, and those photographs of Prince Andrew, where he says he doesn't remember anything about Virginia Giuffre. Well, will this jog your memory? Here's another photographic evidence that we're showing right now. Do you still want to stand by the idea that you don't remember what happened or you don't recall that you were ever there?
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of accounts contradicted, and we're also just seeing how many women and girls came forward in these files. It's very upsetting to see. And there was a draft indictment that's very notable from the mid-2000s. It was supposed to be against Jeffrey Epstein and 3 co-defendants. I believe they were assistants of his, but the names are redacted, and it looks like there were dozens of potential charges here. Sex trafficking, enticement of a minor, conspiracy. That case was never tried.
Do we know what happened with that case? If there was a draft indictment?
We do not. We don't know if it went before a grand jury. We just know that this draft indictment